Mira hopa because enra meant to me intercept nyoma a war school see for over 1 week one more dia cheren kware ama dede ama ho a enka naka emma magin tum say no kra na bibisa ho na afi ye ba behwese ye betumi asesa no a
afi no magia tum.
Oh yes, so my issue statement.
We on the side of the minority demand that there is an immediate withdrawal of all teaching and learning materials containing LGBTQ related content, including redefined concept of sex.
Mahama allows LGBTQI finally into Ghana schools, homosexuals, lesbians, right? CSE, no, President Akufo-Addo vows. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo in the middle, signing a hymn, in fact, singing a hymn during Sunday service at the St. Cyprian's Anglican Church in Kumasi. Flanking him are Mr. Simon Osei-Mensah, the Ashanti Regional Minister, and Nana Adjoa Dukua, a board member of the Cocoa Board. And the president says what? He has given an assurance that so long as he remains president, there is no way comprehensive sexuality education, CSE, will be introduced into the school curriculum. That's what Nana Addo said. Flip the page. That's what he said. So he's allaying the fears of the people and telling them that that rumor is false and will not happen. Dash it away. And then Ablakwa, Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa was the one who came out to bemoan the situation that Nana Addo had accepted to have CSE, comprehensive sexuality education. Sexuality is different from sex. Sexuality is LGBTQI plus straight sex.
Abusu adena asagro ye na manyosem ye na MPP ye na NDC na so ye hwe ya o my Ghana ade be chi da kro no na ye mmofra e ba betu ye so atuan firi se enema asesi ye de wura won woma mu a akyerɛkyerɛfo e kyerɛ wonom e wo yensu gusu ahodo mu no asefem pa ye nyina ye nim se sa LGBTQ fo ye kyerɛ e yekuo kase pa a ene ewiase wo mu na edi wiase so a kyerɛ ye ka man a wonom anya wo ho se tam ya wonom bo abibiman bosia ye ka ankora wonom nwuma kosoro ne ade a wonom ene hyehye saa de we yase a ya wonom esunsunsunsum se yemfa nwurawura nwomahwem se de be ya echi ne bi no ewiase saa atete kwasem se de wo hu no se me yoba manya oba me ye bema no saa de ne etwam afiri wiase kora firi sese no ebinom atena se ehunu se ya manipa fa ahodie anya adwuma na nipa ntimi anwene de ono apese wodwene eye de ono apese wo ya na tese yetietia woni ne fa ahodie so ne se ntia bibi man mpo de ye mmobɔ papa bibi man ye mmobɔ firi se sebe ye hu nso ye hu adwale anase ye nsan so ye hu adwale ntia abere bia no ye dan kwasi buroni kokko se wo mmra na omeso ye nasene ono so oba ode ne hyehyeye ode ne mmra ode ne gidie ene ne som ene ebre yen enti si epo si empo ebe kakra no se buroni sebe obra obosia na ode na dwenkyere taato ne no ena se si ababeda dwa se LGBTQ nsensemi se abowura ye nwumemu a eno ena se si akyerɛkyerɛfo ni bi ahya ase a wonom ede kyerɛ ye maade ne nkomatwetwe bebre no na akoso na enhyira nkanyame se animu ya no nipa bi adwena akoso a ene Reverend Tim Fojo ya okɔ Asin South abato onpesu ya so na ye omra hye bedwane no wode krata ababonten a kyerɛ se se ye mai ye punu wonom papa niema ye kyerɛ wonom nie eye areho sem papa na ene ebra wode ba ye akuakuo ne yankora bebre no a na asoso ene omamie hunu se o my Ghana se ye nyina ye na eno na akokana na NDC amoje kuo no de huntansa kɔbɔ MPP fo nso sɔle a na de huntansa ba bɛbɔ NDC nti aya manyosem ti nsɛm no ayɛ deja na yɛn konkɔwe 2004 ebe ye de tata MPP aban ede ne kɔ so o man mra hye bedwafiem eboai ema o man ye mra hye bedwafo de koi mra hye bedwafiem mum ko bobo hu de toso miensa ema ye kɔso ema MPP gitu se ampa ya sɔle tia LGBTQ na akase o mampani ya de beka koma no na wakakosan ye nkɔ hwe de kɔ so wɔ 2024 npo de MPP wa ban mu no mpo de mu tuwa na mo no ɔno mpo de mu ye bi na ye wia de ba kyire no hu kura bedwuro ye nkɔ tie 2024 de kɔ so
say I
Those against, say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. The Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2021 is read the third time and passed.
An act to provide for human sexual rights and family values and related matters.
Na ena me no kasa yi de MPP amonyo conference ntwerefo nhia mo de ato manim se mprempremprempremprem ya wono besere naka ahwe ya wono me hwe ya ngumasua ho a enkrata ho atwetwetwe de ne ho ehon pempana de nyina se ni manim ya sa enkrata na wono mo akuru nkire LGBTQ ho sensem agumu ne o ma chama school so akirechirefo ne di sua de yes level 1 for de o ma sua mpa wie omo form 1 po de so o ma sua wie form 2 for ne wo mu esua yes yenyi sankrata ne nyina famra na ebrahye bedwane ya ogina mama adehia o mo watafo abato mpasua so Vincent Ekwawasefia wona di omani mo de nsem kakra to no yenko na yenko tie Vincent ye wi a dwumade ne kai nyina no so ye de bebre mo.
We on the side of the minority demand that there is an immediate withdrawal of all teaching and learning materials containing LGBTQ related content, including redefined concepts of sex, sexuality, sexual orientation, sexual rights, and gender identity from all schools. You remember when NaCCA brought their statement, as it were, to respond to Reverend Ntimfodjo. They made mention of the fact that the current manual has been withdrawn from the schools. And Dr. Park also made Ghanaians also know that even though it has been withdrawn, he referred us to an online version of the manual. In that online version, it is even worse. The definitions of what sex, sexuality, and others are is even worse in that online version. The minority is also demanding a transparent and inclusive review of all affected teaching and learning materials involving Parliament, religious bodies, traditional authorities, parents, civil society organizations, education experts, and teacher unions.
Entin komatwetwe ne nsensem ahodo akoso afasa LGBTQ nsensem eno bi ena yaka kuti ne nkomo bebre no a mepese ubenya daje na wajegia demo na watie sa nkomo ya akoso bi na wankasa no ohu chese osekura befem mayu emfisa obe subscribe no obeka ya fidie ho na ekina bibia na se de ba na won so nsan tumi aka bi follow yen na fe so like ye video no so emaye ya me nshira.
It is here, do we have to trust and believe NaCCA withdrawal of these books? No,
you cannot trust NaCCA beam. Omo breach GD Ghana for nyina wo because
for allowing this to even come
when one on a print you NaCCA na a print here. And your private school be na ko eno aka se o ma mfa ma mo anhwe ntina koti kwan we wankasa na hyehye gu ho so bimpo na hyehye ma wa the mandate of NaCCA na chere said you hyehye ma bia wa bo akiri na review ansa wa approve the print nti wa ye ni nyina awi ene wa agi atum the print a print and na we nu nyina pim ene yi erase alarm enra ne nso no de wa de ba se o wasesa no enso ne de wo fi se waji atum ne nso no wo kan so a sexuality no enso a basa meaning say we can't trust you further, and that is why we are saying say a deliberate systemic attempt, a high level attempt into
and also a week one topic
o ma kan wie because akrani free bro nya buy na no and only did this year almost first into your first you said your what dream fresh from new year resolution the way abom bad they were poison until the rest of the year boarding house well nim the coso St. John they be na coso
sexuality now almost a broad range of concept related to sexual feelings, thoughts, attractions, and behaviors towards other people.
Others.
It includes sexual orientation, sexual behavior, and gender, sexual identity.
Yes, can you say one more review?
Reviewed one.
If they have changed,
because I mean, say feelings towards others.
One more so-called review.
Sexuality, you know, the one Honorable Apak said. Sexuality, a broad range of concepts related to sexual feelings, thoughts, attractions, and behaviors toward other people. It includes sexual orientation, sexual behavior, and sexual identity.
No, team for you and the and no elephant be the cosim. And you win a park and I say, you are more revised, sacrosanct version. How different is it from this one? That is why I'm telling you, say Obi, me raise the alarm. No, I only highlighted gender identity. So fast now, no more
gender. Gender, gender. But also sexual orientation, which is number 3.
It's the same.
In the book, no, it describes a person's pattern of emotional, romantic, or sexual attraction to others. Because I would have thought, say, Sankawosha Obane Bema, Ebia, you do
opposite sex,
sexual attraction to the opposite sex.
Yes, and
but to say to others, no.
Who they read one almost so-called revised version, so that it's not about team for you saying something.
Sexual orientation, it describes a person's pattern of emotional, romantic, or sexual attraction to others.
No version we almost say revised no. And we NDC in what to aba. Na say we na education minister and deputy minister and we NaCCA director general say womo asa asemu po ba ho no womo asa tena se asemu no we any ade kwakọ kire wo ba na so ato aba pa enti ntim fodwo won kana no ntumu aha na abeti ase se me sorry na me kan bibia enye mischief enye malice enye a time enye politics eye de matena se ahwehwem ebe ha wo man no and am de tudwa. This is about credibility. Enti we sankam de nyina tudwa ahyese na enko fast na enko ko yina ga ntim fodwo kra na o twantro. Now when I just did just one, all of them rise. And see, when crisis be basa before I'll be issue statement, you know, call all you be from Jubilee House.
Yes.
Wo na kane one minister nti mu nyina mo call Jubilee House. Ko see our president. Na mu bobo mu no. Na mo jitu mu said this is the way forward, no. The mode ba ye ni. Nti no, if I conclude say the introduction of LGBT to schools, a government agenda and deliberate one, and your mischief. Na ye dear we NDC nimpa, else uti na supem. Na woma ye nyina ye sorry waka. Somebody we sofo, we imam, we ohene, we penny bi wo Ghana ha. Na a few years ago, we demonstration tia ban we twem because we feel say bia na LGBT nsem bi no we ni enshada hu said the airco wan ye aban na ni say obebo values bi hu ban asa bere mpo no obi am print bi say anko to school mu na ye demonstration na say ne wo say we NDC ni ana we MPP ni kra aka wan atum because aban wo goodwill we ni de kire mmofra no say man sore waka enka they will not even come out to change that gender identity. And when they even came out to change the gender identity, far will be ample say yes because
the other definitions no leaves
they are all problematic.
They are all problematic.
That is what
but then you leave the space open. So okay, say sexual orientation emotional, romantic, or sexual attraction to others.
What do you mean by
that's
others?
Like
you are a lawyer. Obi, what you are elder, SI lawyer, and and you know what is the legal implications in Tracia and Tiasia na fato to your constitution na pe the proposed LGBT new proposals are NDC Constitutional Review Committee no person pass a referendum on na fato to won say enkosisi super pepe. Will that be a coincidence? A coincidence. You start here and I can say, hey, a brave person Mahama can say a catcher a Catholic Bishop Conference say LGBT man cry in here, young cause some curriculum if what I'm you say me. And it's our curriculum now, President Mahama can say and cause sano or more science said teacher manual and only into when you say they baby boy home by no.
In when is how you teach and the way brewa. You cannot teach student outside this.
You cannot teach it. Because supervision will even flag it because you are teaching a different concept out of what see a bra naka for this statement by ya omoye no tro can say we teacher manual optional and important no one say omuni mo adwuma. And if today we still have a board chair drawing salary and allowance in NaCCA and we have a director general in NaCCA who is trying to shift blame with that statement, then Ghana we are not a serious country. Now almost say or a optional open a option can all the taxpayers money eco print distribute to the schools because you see one curriculum implementation as here. I spent 4 years at Ministry of Education as deputy. While curriculum you tease out of that framework and print and develop other material to say teacher manuals, teacher guide, textbooks, any supplementary material. But the most critical teacher because the teacher and the coach and be reproduce, especially in our era of two employee. Two employees, the teacher never can one can the same thing and farmer now. Ube tino. Not a teacher, GES, and the Ministry of Education in NaCCA. Asthma at the woman we are command at the directive account say going forward and woman witness or the children. Now, Kurano, Ujana and female and male view, the wow feely, the wow pe, and the NRM for home, now the opeso ye piano. Ube to me, you can even have a blend of both. NaCCA wona can also say important teacher manual is the pedagogical guide.
Teachers they train.
And none ye they so can we when they call your lesson plan. And no much say week 1 every actually week 2 near woman. And you know we see the best course of action now. As a gun and phone na 8 years support to and they say for money ye. For policies and tonchain, Montreal statement directive and co schools nina and the regional directors nina and recall hard copies nina. Ma recall you every digital version, online version, mundility. Namum tenasi. Yet tenasi we are,
and we all agree on the
and they agree with all the stakeholders, CSOs, education committee, yen betramubi. Ni ahwe ni atiase ni de atoto ya mamra ho na de egitum ni amamra ni moral fabric and culture de egitum na contest no ye de semu wi a answer yakọ ni akọ printed yakọ ni ye release online version ni ade no ye wi anu wi a e was the director general of NaCCA de se wokokra na mo minister of education de e se oba. For me, I will be most Parliament. Oh yes, I'll be most unfair to say I'm calling for the head of the minister. I've been a minister before, a deputy minister before, and you know if NaCCA does this shoddy job, now Ekoba even though be far old minister and you are answerable there. But I would not say if anybody's head must be called, it should be the minister. No, but minister no emra after the NaCCA na one year juma yi ne kodo. Omra me answer question say. Going then see intia we buy. Ewia then no ya a be safeguard ya ni pafo from mobile point no on correct bibi say be san kwakosi biu
mache manu ano e dey ma all schools at the back door of the Christian Council, at the back door of the Catholic bishops of Ghana. Ache manu ano na Reverend Tim Ford the alarm no ba ye ya. Afena mo ba be katre ye Ghana for say mo take steps to withdraw the printed manual from the system. Why na the control system mu? Why na the control system no? Enyamwa. Enya National Council for Curriculum Assessment. An assessment mo na mo de control ho. Reverend Tim Ford na de control ho. Why na printing manuals no? Manual na ewom say Bema no bema timida. Manwa na ewom say oba no oba timi ye sope no. The first question Christian Council to ask the National Council for Curriculum and Assessment say in the first place why na printing manwa no ama ne core system no a National Council and the government National Council for Curriculum and Assessment and the government of Ghana and a printing a Ministry of Education and a printing manual no at the Kwabonte. Now, so read me as said the Christian Council will take time and read the NaCCA statement of the Babonte and Nora. 13 January 2026 and the release doesn't make sense in the first place. Yeah, can say Monday Manwa bia ba bontin ye ka kire mo se mo de manwa bia ba bontin eye e kire kwana e mane ma be fa swada mo de manwa bia ba bontin kire kwana mema ni mema be fa so ayere Adda. And I'm going to release Yaba. And I'm all kase. Near the can me ready. Or say it is essential to clarify that the national curriculum and teacher support materials serve distinct functions. The curriculum is the official policy document defining the mandatory areas of study for learners. In contrast, teacher manuals are supplementary instructional resources designed to provide
and baby me better ha can send be. Your trouble letter no boy. Aye. Asam na me beka kra no. Eyem me ya because me catch o me say me ka bi mu a. Iso mutua me ka. Because me beka na no me nya support. And your true studio ha letter. Say asama mbeka ye no me boa. Ama nyame ampata. And can be more the correct tribal, not a summer the coming. And so now I didn't mean that. NaCCA me make the one NaCCA mention. Yeah, concerned teachers for visual arts. On the demonstration. Concerned teachers. So what year arts I check. Mature arts since 2004. The moment I started say who you should new curriculum actually, which are the 1, 2, 3. Don't say I do more. Obe kan wasem. So you will be a ope kasa na ope or mine kan konen kwala ni dacha obe kan wasem. Maybe concerned teachers of visual arts platforms. They are mobilized. Any na amateur assembly waha. Me ready or see if you are truly aligned with our cause of mobilization and seek justice, dignity and secure the future of visual arts. This is your moment to partake in the change you want to see. Okay. Again, I'm going to new curriculum. Yeah, papa minister, papa Haruna. No papa advice will from me. Homa back to Nakada. So we nice from. There are so many traps in this new curriculum. A time will come. The same people no musunsum ye no. The same people the bear campaign etiamu. So mo ba ye no. Mo to me anka ho asem. Mo to me antena se anya pense 1, 2, 3 anya mo de be boa emmoa mbe ye fu mu yin fu. Na sa mo ye hwe han. Na se ye koso chira. Teachers sorry so mo ye demonstration na. Omo ka say na no government no baby. Omo ka say yo mo because mo ba ye no man e do vigilant. Nye enye wo. How can you visual art put a whole bear 4-8 subjects na bear one subject na ye chere. Visual art your picture making, your leather work, your friends graphics, your general knowledge in art, your textiles, your branches baby. Yeah, so you can and no crown and then the foundation of every economic way because and then the artifact just add the technological aspect of it. Not providing equipment now. Yeah, the be yeah. So if you me graphics and the graphics AI na echo. Upgrade your BIM. Bring the equipment. Force the government. Bring it. No colonial fire upgrade you. So your sculpture, sculpture no, they are sophisticated tools. Dear, implementing the as a subject. Don't fuse all of them together to become one way. And yes, I teach a crowd here. Then because of being in the field of specialization. Me fine art, me major was sculpture. But so we a visual art teacher now we are fine art. Most all the subjects we bet me actually. Just be a practical ones no. Be a very skillful no. Be a very kakra. But so what do you mean now? Boom pine. Now I art and design foundation. Art and design communication. Now we the future funtu funtu from. It is here an oba. You need sculpture teacher you need graphic design teacher. You need a leather work teacher. You need be. The bag you know where I don't know African summit. Yeah, Papa Alan you know. A certain girl made the statement say, Ghana for Mom said Ghana for the Fako Abuche, especially a Hineman and Pabuana. Nobody akugu omo Amazon at the Adenia Tono had $500. Ya wahano any adiade but ya wahano yembu it is an idea ye we have to value ye no ye patronize your project let it be a day a come ya neglect it entrepreneur you would be raw visual money I do ya me no kase visual concern as teachers association almost sorry and why now the minister going to this topic therefore association of LGBTQ plus association they are calling people this is here and mom say yam pass as a more pass and you say education you say we abada LPP abraso no omo be write textbook bi no e ma confo bomoma ye free mu e na sisi ade ye dey write teachers guide no teachers guide they will read there e teacher wo guide ni to ya dey e so koka religion bia e ni grammars e buta dey write manual guide no you are being compelled to teach who look at now who be here now I guide no over here say activity level demonstration exercise I don't know what they are saying what you are saying now it's so interesting and amazing say every religion obia belong no onim say nyanko portray di amponyame oboba ene bem ya mara time what you say oboba any bema ya wo bema ni etwa wo bema no ya ye no fine na aye kama na me yes and I starting to mama what you say na ye kama it obia religion say so wo akola na se sabe ne organ kwa ba mienu a scientist be study mama nurse wo be study hu ne a dominant na ma ye ni surgery na ka ba ko that is us but somebody ko room ya me instinct any my dream and let me say those who sat down na community the shame no sage association no muska okay me instinct in your chairman no ya muska and all those people must be sad all those people when I be like that why I am passing and no quiet come what some way enti enyamo na mo be fa kweti kan so e dia kwose baby na asa ye kire na akwala na gender we na ye be wo no ye wo oba wonya be ma utumi ye edia utumi ye kokoda utumi ye transgender utumi ye kotre utumi ye monkey utumi ye bibia what kind of excuse me to say stupidity is this and you know I am to say yes yeah it's stupidity and
the president says what? He has given an assurance that so long as he remains president, there is no way comprehensive sexuality education, CSE, will be introduced into the school curriculum. That's what Nana Addo said. Flip the page. That's what he said. So he's allaying the fears of the people and telling them that that rumor is false and will not happen. Dash it away. And then Ablakwa, Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa was the one who came out to bemoan the situation that Nana Addo had accepted to have CSE, comprehensive sexuality education. Sexuality is different from sex. Sexuality is LGBTQI plus straight sex and all that. Man and woman, woman to woman, man and man, and more. That's sexuality. So if they ask you what's your sexuality, it doesn't mean how many times you have sex in a week. No. It means do you sleep with women or you sleep with men? Or with animals, maybe. Ablakwa alleged that the Nana Addo government had allowed that in the curriculum. And Napo got very angry. He granted an interview to the GBC. Correct? GTV. Listen to what Napo said. Very angrily. Hey, listen, and when we return, we got more. Watch this.
Between 2012 and 2016, before Nana Addo came to office, $51 million had been signed and received by Ghana through the Ministry of Finance for Ministry of Health, NGOs and FBOs, Ministry of Education, to promote comprehensive sexuality education in this country. Despite the fact that they said 10 to 19-year-olds, the same forward I'm reading tells you that they introduced it from KG to everybody else in the Ghana Education Service. And I've got it all printed. I'll give you a copy. I gave this presentation to the Council of State in 2019 when it became an issue. And the hypocrisy was that there's more than enough evidence to show they had gone around, they had taught teachers, they had revised the curriculum and put it in the revised curriculum that they said, teaching comprehensive sexuality. That allowed the teaching of other forms of relationships into the Ghana Education Service.
Did you disagree with that bit?
No, I didn't disagree with that bit. But when NPP came to office, this, whether I liked it or not, whether I disagreed or not, it's something that had been done and had been put into the school curriculum. A source book that had been even produced. I'm giving you a copy. The curriculum, I've printed a copy here. The teachers have been trained. So my disagreement or not, that doesn't matter. They had introduced it into our educational setup. I have evidence here where in a demonstration school practice in the northern region, Tamale for perspective, nuns were invited to come and all sorts of things. It's here. Evidence, people who went, attended, signed.
Was it your impression that that was not to have been done? It should not have happened?
They were the experts. Ghana Education Service is the implementer of our education. On the board of Ghana Education Service, before these things are approved, the Ghana Education Service Board includes all the faith-based organizations. So this had happened on the watch of all these agencies, NGOs, CSOs, who had participated. The money that NDC took in 2012, signed for 2011, came on board in 2012 under President Mahama. Some NGOs took some of the money. Some CSOs took some of the money, all to help come up with this in our schools. There was no protest from any of them. The hypocrisy is when Okujeto turns around to come and say that MPP is introduced into the curriculum. And I hear all these faith-based organizations, NGOs, who are represented on Ghana Education Service Board, and that's whose watch this was produced and taught in schools. Come and blame MPP. That is the hypocrisy. That is the hypocrisy. That I had a letter from the Catholic Church Ghana that I, Matthew Pokupepe, have introduced this into schools, and they disagree. Where were they when they were sitting on the Ghana Education Service Board?
Under a Bawumia presidency, is that something that will be withdrawn?
We've had 8 years of Nana Addo's government. Let me speak about that as far as this is concerned. And set the